Hello there, good day, whatever time you're watching this. I am Olanrewaju Oniboke by name. I'm super excited to be on this session with you, information session where you get to know about Microsoft certification and how you can boost your career. We have a lot of exciting things to share with you. I'm not just here today, I also have my co-host with me, Oluwafunsho Omideji. Hi, Funsho.
Hi, Olariwaju. How are you? Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining in. I'm happy to be hosting this with you, Olariwaju. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Also, I'm going to be bringing on board our guest speaker for today. Yes, guest speaker, because he will be doing justice to most of the questions we have and as well tell us more about this opportunity. Join me as I make welcome Abraham Harpan on the call. Hi, Abraham.
Hi, Olanwaju. Hi, Funsho. Great to be here. Can't wait to meet the participants today and the question they were asked.
Awesome, awesome. So, just before we go into what we have for you today, I want you to take this time to introduce.
Okay, to introduce the program and let the people on the call know more about the Data Skills Nigeria. Okay, so thanks so much, Olanwaju, for that. Okay, I will go right now to let you all know about the Data Skills Nigerian program, and it's an amazing program. And we tweeted a few minutes ago that if you're willing to kickstart your journey and get access to amazing opportunities, this is the program that you actually need to be on, and you actually need to actually kickstart your tech journey. So, what is the Data Skills Nigeria all about, and how can you be able to be part of it? Now, the Data Skills Nigeria program is a multi-year, multi-stakeholders, private sector partnership that was designed by Microsoft for the purpose of building the capacity of key government MDAs. And it's currently being implemented by the Federal Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy. That's the government agency that's actually spearheading this particular program. And it's to the get towards offering sustainable, scalable reskilling and employment services that align to the local labor market. So, what is our objective? Our objective is one, like we actually mentioned in several platforms that we have been able to speak about this particular program. Is we have two personas. We have the government persona, and we also have four for the youth. So it's a program that cuts across every single layers, irrespective of your culture, your economic background. You can be able to have access to this particular program. Okay, so now what are the learning components in the program? So we have the basic data literacy program, and we have the online platform where you, no matter who you are, you can actually go on the platform and just register and immediately take the courses there. And by the end of the module, the different modules that you're going to be interacting with in that particular component, you'll be basic data literacy certified. The second component we have is the basic literacy component, which is more of the physical component. For those people who you like to learn physically, we have a couple of centers that are spread across Nigeria where you can actually just walk into any of those centers and start taking the course. And for that one, you have about a week to actually take up learning in the various centers we have across Nigeria. Then lastly, we have the advanced certification. Now, what makes the advanced certification quite interesting is because it provides people. So we know that we have different kind of people across the country, right? Remember that I said that people can be able to, irrespective of your level, your economic background, you can be able to have access to this particular program, right? So we have people who have started their tech career, who have started, who they are no longer novices. They want to be able to take the certification courses to be able to advance their employment opportunities or be able to learn more. So we have vouchers for people of this category to be able to take various exams and get certified to become professionals in that particular field. Now, so how do you start this? For the under the basic data literacy online program is you visit the Data Nigeria platform, you sign up on the platform, and you start learning, and it's easy as ABC. For the physical component, remember that I said you can walk into any of the centers across Nigeria and start learning. Is you'll be mobilized, so you actually have to fill a form, being able to make sure we have the aggregate number of people who are actually needed to be in the to be registered in that particular center. You register and you actually start learning. Like I said, it's as simple as ABC. For the advanced certification, you see, notice that it actually has more steps to it. You actually would sign up on the platform, you start learning, you take your mock exams, and once you take your mock exams, you now get your vouchers and you write exams. So my next slide now will just sort of like detail the different courses, the different vouchers that we currently have. We're hoping to expand this as the program moves along. So we have the security administrator certification voucher. We have the Power BI data analyst certification. We have the Azure DevOps engineer certification. That's AZ 400. We have the Azure security engineer AZ 500. We have the Azure scientist DP 100, and we also have the Azure administrator AZ 100. So how can you now be able to you're interested in taking part of to actually taking one of the vouchers that we have available. So the first step of the process is you register, you go as a beneficiary, you go and you register for your course of interest and you complete your learning. Once you complete your learning, you take the mock exam that's actually currently on the platform. Everything is online. It's online from start to finish. So you take the mock exam, and it's expected that you score above 60% once you're done with the mock exam. Now, one thing I will do is at the end of every single process, the list of qualified candidates will be we put together monthly, and you put into the buckets that we have for the vouchers disbursement, right? So vouchers, like I've said, will be disbursed to qualified candidate during the following window. So we have a March window, we have a July window, and we also have a November window where beneficiaries or participants can be able to take up their vouchers. Now, the next part of the process is you have to, we have an exam preparatory class for people to actually go through, right? So one of the things that we want to do is we don't just want to provide you with the vouchers and say, and we leave you and you go ahead. And we know that these exams are very, like I said, they're advanced certifications, right? So it means that you need all the supports that you actually would require to actually be successful at the end of the process. So essentially, we're going to be having like a 1-week bootcamp kind of program where you can actually you have resources within Microsoft who have actually gone through that particular program, and they are going to be giving you the tips. They're going to be having the revision sessions that you can actually be part of. Now, the next one is once you're done with that, you're going to take your voucher, register for your exam, and we have actually set you up for success. So that is the process for being part of the advanced certification. Now, the question is, how can you get started? Because I know I've been able to walk you through the basic program. What is it all about? I've walked you through the on-site program, what's it all about. So now the advanced certification program. So now my question is, I want to answer the question that I'm sure that before Funsho and Olanwaj were asking. The first question is, how do you get started? And it's just simple. You just go to www.digitalskillsnigeria.gov.ng and start your learning journey. And that is the simple way to actually be part of the Digital Skills Nigerian program. And thank you so much for listening to me. And so you can ask your questions.
Thank you so much, Abraham. I mean, that was very insightful. I just hope that people were able to catch up and understand everything that we were talking about. I think people's major focus was on the advanced. Like you told us, there's a basic digital skills training, and there's also the advanced learning. So it depends on where you fit in. If you're just like getting into the industry and you're trying to find your footing, the basic digital skills training would be the best for you. But if you're already in the technology industry and you're just looking to skyrocket or advance or boost your career, then advanced would be for you. So can you please just highlight again the courses available for advance so that people can also know what is available, so they know if they fit into that particular course or not. Abraham, you're not okay.
Okay, so we have 6 certifications that are available for people to be able to keep a voucher for themselves. We have the Azure Administrator certification, the voucher, that's the MS 500, and we have the Power BI Data Analyst, the PL 300. We have the Azure DevOps Engineer voucher or certification that people can actually take up. That's the AZ 400. We have the Azure Security Engineer AZ 500. We also have the Azure Data Scientist, that's the DP 100, and we have the Azure Administrator AZ 100. So, and I just want to be able to answer one of the questions you had asked me before this one as regards what is like, how is the journey like? So, for example, is we see a lot of people who want to actually start up their tech career. They are actually having interest, or they are not so used to technology because now they are seeing on Twitter, I want to be a tech bro. They are seeing people come to Twitter say I 10x my income, and they're asking themselves the question, how do I start my career? What do I need to do? One of the things you actually need to do is you can start with the basic digital literacy program, right? You just go online. And what is, I will actually encourage every single person, even if you feel you know, is that you just go online with the platform and take those courses. It helps you be able to refresh your mind and say, okay, there's some things I think I know, right? And right now, okay, I can be able to take this. And it's very simple. Usually, if you dedicate 40 hours in a week, or you dedicate 40 hours in less than a week, you actually would be basic digital literacy certified. And there are other courses that you can actually take, whether you want to become an entrepreneur or the likes, or you want to go ahead to do the advanced certification course. It's also available, and these are the 6 courses that we have now. Like I said, we hope to expand it within the nearest future.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, Ibrahim, for walking us through this. Also, thank you, Oluwafunso, for staying here. I had some technical challenge while doing that introduction. I wasn't sure how that worked out, but I was able to get back in. And I joined while you were explaining this. It really looks easy for me to comprehend. And there are already questions in the chat area. So please keep your questions coming. We're going to be featuring them and also answer them. Wherever you're joining from, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on YouTube directly, please use the chat area to ask questions. We'd love to answer those questions. So right now, I'm going to move to some of the questions that we have here, while Funsho also, get some of them asked from Abraham. The first one here is, how do I qualify for the advanced certification voucher? You've sort of talked about this in the slide, but yes, can you just use the slide now to speak to the question so that people can say, oh, this is it, and it could help people catch up again.
Okay, thank you so much, Ju. So essentially, what you have, these are the steps that we have. So you, first of all, like I said, you go to the platform, you register to be part of the program, and you register for the course of the course of your choice, and you complete your learning. Now, there are 2 ways about it. The fact that the reason why we actually put the learning process is because sometimes we do, even though we use these things in our daily work, it's always good to be able to refresh your memory and say, okay, there are things that I know, and that there are elementary things that if they ask me in exam, I might not know. So we also encourage people to go and just take a bit of the learnings if you know. And if you don't know these things, we also have the resources available on the learning platform that you can actually get to read, and you do assessments and the likes. Then you would get your certification at the end of the process. So once you do that, you can now click on the next step, which is the take your mock exam. So once you take your mock exam, you score above 60%. Once we see that you scored above 60%, above 60%, you automatically are qualified to a voucher. You're automatically qualified to receive it. But to receive it, you need to complete the following steps, which are very, very important, right? So you need to actually now take part in the examination preparatory class. So remember that I'm just going to say this so that people don't come and say, "Oh, I've registered. I scored above this percent, the percent in the mock exam, but why am I not getting a voucher?" The only way you actually get a voucher is if you take part in the preparatory class that we have made available. And remember that I said earlier on that the reason why we are doing this is because we don't want to, we are not just providing with a voucher and say just we give you a voucher whether you pass or not. Is we want to set you up for success because we know that this voucher would actually change your life. It's industry recognized. It's an industry recognized certification that you're actually receiving, right? So once you take part of the examination preparatory class, we will disburse your voucher to you. You take your exam within a certain period of time. Not that we'll give you the voucher and you not say, oh, I think I need to wait till the next 2 years before I take the voucher. So the voucher is valid within a certain period of time that we expect you to be able to take. To activate your voucher and take your certification exam.
Abraham,
Awesome.
just a
Thank you very
follow up
much.
on. Yeah, thank you, Ola. I was going to ask, a lot of people would wonder how long do they have to take the learning? Because you had mentioned earlier that you need to take a learning on the platform, and then before you're now able to write the mock exam. Is this a self-paced learning, or can people just take their time for as long as they want to, learn before they eventually now write the exam?
So, like I've said, is that we for this year we have three disbursement windows, right, for people to actually get the voucher. So, monthly we look at how many persons have actually gone through. So we're not so much heavy on the learning to say like we're forcing you to learn or anything. Is the fact that have you finished learning process? Have you taken the mock exam, right? Have you taken the mock exam? So for us, that's very key. So if you have about 2 to 3 months to be able to do that. So for example, the people who have actually started the program, who when we kicked off the call for application process, by next month we will start the examination preparatory phase, and they will be able to take up their vouchers before the next window. So we have a window in March, we have a window in July, we have a window in November. So it's very essential that before the next window, you have actually completed your learning. So if in a month you complete your learning, you take your exams, you wait till the window that will actually opened for you to actually get a voucher, then you get your voucher during that window. And but yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So just to recap what Abraham said, you can learn it's self-paced. However, you have to note that there are windows for you to write your exam. So we launched this program in November, December last year. So those that have started learning would now know that they will be able to start exam as of March. Right. So if you've done the mock exam, you've passed, you've had at least 60%, then you can now proceed to write the exam sometimes in March when we disburse. So there's going to be March, there's going to be July, then it's going to be November. So you can decide to fit in your plan within those windows. But the earlier, the better.
And so I
Okay,
think I need to
great.
mention this. We
We have
have
a question. All
I, I think I need to mention this is we have 10,000 vouchers. So for those people who are saying, I think I will do in November, they are not really sure. They're like, I think I'll do in November. It's very important that you take advantage of it as early as you can. So you still have this February to go and take up your learning so you can actually fall into the March pocket of the program so that you can be able to take up your voucher as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Abraham. And let's quickly run through this. A lot of questions are there which I'm going to be pushing now. And one is, can one attempt the mock exam more than once if you didn't get the cutoff mark of 60? It's like a
Okay,
yes or no
yes,
question now.
yes, you can take the mock exams um, multiple times.
Okay, great. All right. I also see a question from Ibrahim asking, will this video be recorded? Yes, it is recorded. You can always fall back to it. Just make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so it's easy for you to source. And another question here is saying, is there any link, or PDF to all this explanation? Yes, once you visit those sites, the link that is displayed right now, you will get to learn more about this program, and you'll be able to participate in those live sessions. All right, going through this again. Sorry,
So I think a major question that a
You're
lot of
looking
people
at
are
questions. Okay.
asking, I think a major question that a lot of people are asking is this opportunity only limited to Nigerians? Because I see a lot of people from other African countries as well.
Yeah, yes, it's called, yes, actually only for Nigerians because it's called Digital Skills Nigeria, so DSN. So yes, only Nigerians can actually um, activate the vouchers or start the learning process.
Thank you,
Okay,
Abraham.
thanks for that. All right, going quickly to the next question here. Okay, I think you've answered this once, but I'm having it here. That so, assuming I start the program this month, must I finish the modules this month? If I get this question right, is it about finishing this month? You mentioned that there's a cohort for quarterly, and the next one is in March. So, but I think the question there is about finishing the month you start. Must it be the month you start, or maybe planning with the quarter cohort?
Okay, so we recognize that people have different learning abilities, and there's a way you, and that's why, in response to the previous question, we said the self-pace. So you can pace yourself. So people can learn very fast, and they can be able to consume all the volume of the learnings in the short period of time, and they take the mock exam. So, for example, I'm a guru. I start now. I do a refresher course on the platform, and within a week or two, I take the mock exam and I pass. Automatically, I'm already in the bucket, so I don't need to wait till the quarter to be able to take my. I'll just need to wait at the end of that. So I don't need to say, oh, I'm going to learn for 2 months, then do the mock exam on the third month and the likes. For some people, it's fast. But one of the things that we've actually just saying is you need to pace yourself properly. You need to be able to be determined to want to get it. So you're not for we see a lot of people go into online programs and they just they relax at the end of the day. There's no push to do that to be able to go forward. So your goal is to see yourself as the fact that the subscription program would actually boost your career. Remember that I said it's industry endorsed and recognized certification that you're actually getting from Microsoft. So I will also encourage you to be able to learn. So someone is saying, are the courses free? Yes, it is free. You're not paying for anything. And this is what I'm going to say to you. So for those people who know about the Microsoft certification vouchers, they are quite pricey. They are not. It's not $2, not $10. Some of them goes as high as $400, if I say so myself, right? And you're actually getting this certification vouchers for free at no cost at all. Do you understand? That is for the vouchers themselves. So you have the opportunity to, and it's free. So you can go on the platform at no cost to you, or just only your time and your data. That'll be the cost that you need to be able to pay to be able to be part of the program.
Right. Thank you. I see some questions to Funsho, but I just want to speak to this. One is saying, where do I register? Check the link right here. There's a link displayed on the screen. That is the link. We're also going to share it briefly soon in the chat area where you can click on it. But we want you to really be here first so that you are not distracted on clicking on links. And if you know where to register, that is the same link. We'll also share it with you. Okay, so I
They can follow Tech for Dev. They can follow Tech
exactly.
for Dev, and it could just so we have it on our bio. We've been able to push it on our different platforms, and you can just click the link and it takes you there to the platform itself. And you have opportunity to be updated. So maybe when the voucher window period, we put it on our stories so that you know that these things are that's why you can actually even get live updates about the program and the various things that we are doing as regards this. So you can follow us on social media at Funsho. Maybe you want to give us the social media
Yes,
handles.
you can follow us at social media at Tech for Dev on Instagram, on Twitter at Tech for Dev HQ, on LinkedIn as well at Tech for Dev. So at the end of this, I think we'll be able to display it on the screen so you'll be able to see, and at some point we'll be able to drop the handles on the chat box. But it's important that you are following because that's where we drop like current updates apart from having a live session. Live sessions can happen every day. but like updates would always happen every day or every other day. And our DMs are always open. If you have any question, if you're trying to log in and something is happening, we would always be happy to help. There's always somebody to respond to you to put you through as well.
All right. Thanks for that. We have a question
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Is the learning and the mock exam happening on different websites?
No, it's happening on the same portal. So once you register, we have a community platform where you can actually go and you can actually start the learning. It's just that the way we've actually put it is when you click it, it goes to another, it takes you to another
Window.
window so that you get to
Portal.
another window. But everything is domiciled in one environment.
Awesome.
Okay.
Future,
There's
you can
another
take this.
question. Yeah, somebody said I did the AZ 104 mock exam, but was unable to submit due to an error popping up. Will like to know if the error is fixed.
Okay, I'm so sorry about that experience you had, Oluwafemi, but I'm sure that the way about it would have been a network glitch, so you can actually just go back and um, try the mock exam again. Definitely, I'm sure that you'll be able to submit because we have quite a number of people who are very, and that's how amazing this program is, who have actually started learning and done the mock exam, and they are currently in the bucket to receive their advanced education voucher.
So I would say that if the error keeps popping up as well, you can always send us a DM. We'll be happy to help. But just like Abraham said, there are a lot of people that have submitted, and we have their names already for the next batch of people that will write exams. So it must have been your network. Gift Samuel says, hello, please, after getting the certification, is there any provision to integrate people into the system? Sort of like an internship or employment?
Okay, thank you so much for that question, for sure. So right now is because remember that I said that the education program is to be able to boost your career, right? And it gives you that opportunity to be able to compete, not just with people locally, but people internationally, right? So the program, no, there's no component of the program that currently offers people internship and employment opportunities. But like I've said, is once you're within our community, one thing that we always do is we push a lot of opportunities that we have because we have a lot of employers who come and say, "Oh, I need people for this, people with this various certification, or they need people with this various skills." And because of you're going to our program, and we can be able to beat our chest and say you actually qualified, we'll be able to push quite a number of opportunities to the community, and you can apply, and you have the opportunity to get jobs through that process. Okay, so let me just take the next
For
question.
the
So,
exam
for
preparatory
the,
class, yes,
yeah.
yes, please.
So would it be conducted online or on site? So it actually be conducted online, right? So remember that I said that because we don't want people who, for example, we have hold the class in Lagos, you have to travel all the way from maybe you're coming from Oshobo, you're coming from maybe Ibadan, you're coming from maybe from Kano, Kafancha. You don't have to travel, so it will actually be conducted online.
So for the
Okay.
proto exam, where will it be written? The exam that is to be protoed. There's question, where will it be written? Is it online as well?
Yes, it would. Can one take all the advanced courses or programs? For example, is like I've said, some people are there, maybe you're juniors and you want to take all of the certification program. But I would just like to appeal to there are 10,000 vouchers, and a lot of people it's a hot cake right now, and people want to be able to take part of the program. I encourage you to stick with one and try one first and pass it first before you think about going to other programs. So once you're done and you pass the one that you go for, yes, you can actually go on and pick up other certifications too. As far as it helps your career, you're not just amassing the certification just to put in your LinkedIn and just put congratulations and the likes. It's for your own career, and what does it do for my career? That's a bigger question.
Sorry, just to chip in again, I think people think that those exams are like a walk in the park. They are not. There's a reason why it's
Yeah.
called Advanced Learning Program. It's not for entry level, except like somebody who is an entry level and has decided to on his or her own get certifications, get trainings, and is now good and maybe doesn't have experience but is able to write such exam. But those exams are peculiar and they are not just for everybody. So I'm looking to see people that can write all 5 exams at the same time. I mean, you would be the genius amongst us.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I said that people can live to take. The fact the thing is that you must ask yourself, like I said earlier on, is what does it do for my? You're not just amassing it because so that I can go on
Yeah.
Twitter and say the Microsoft certification. I passed all the 6. I'm sure Olaraju is actually smiling because people who are certified they work tooth and nails to actually get certified in these courses. So start with one and begin that process with one, and we'll figure the rest out.
I think there's a question that says, is the 10K voucher for all the certification combined or for each certification? That's a good question.
Okay, so it's for all of the certifications. So currently we have in the pool we have six courses that you can actually get certified in, and we are, like I said, we're expanding it. But the voucher we have available for this particular program is 10,000 vouchers, not each for that particular component.
Okay, again, somebody said that, oh, I'm in Nigeria, but I don't live in Nigeria. Am I still able to take advantage of this program?
It's yes, so you're Nigerian, and that's so. Remember, we want to upskill Nigerians. So you're Nigerian, you can actually take advantage of it.
And right here we have a question from Edidion Abraham. Thank you for joining us, from LinkedIn. She's asking, so after passing the mock exams, we wait for communication on the preparatory window, right? Do you just wait? Will you get notification on your email or on the platform? How is that process be done?
Okay, so once you pass your mock exam, and like I said, you enter the bucket to be able to receive the vouchers, and you will have to receive an email from us informing you of your status. Then once you know the status of your application or the status of your journey, the next step is to be able to give you the date and the time for your for the exams, for the the exam preparatory process. So once you finish it for the duration of the program. Once that is done, you get your voucher. So look at the process is it's a three to 4 step process. You finish your learning, you do the mock exam. Once you do your mock exam, you enter the bucket. Once we're able to verify that you've done that, the next step is to be able to get an email from us informing you about your status in the program. And the next step is we now inform you the date and the time for the examination preparatory classes. Once that is done, next step, and which is the final step, is for you to receive your voucher. Once you receive a voucher, you need to there's also another form where you just tell us, oh, I've passed, I need to take this exam again, and the like. So just be able to give us feedback across the process. So yeah.
Awesome, thank you. And I believe this also answers Kamal's question that he has completed the study and passed the mock, but haven't gotten any email. You will soon get the mail, that schedule you for the preparatory session. Definitely you'll get the notification. Okay, I have one here that is saying, are the tutorials videos on the Nigeria platform or Microsoft? Because it redirects me to Microsoft.
Okay, so all the resources that we use, that is actually used to in the learning process, are all Microsoft. How do I call it? Microsoft resources. Yeah, they're all Microsoft resources, and so whether it's going to be video content, it's going to be written content. All of them, they're all resources Microsoft. So it's once you click on it, it will take you to the Microsoft Learning platform. So it's still the same. It's still within the same learning environment. So and that's you. So you're correct when you say direct, and you're correct when you say Microsoft. So if it was going to be a different platform, then I would have been worried. But it's taking you to the Microsoft Learning platform.
I just want to say thank you guys for getting really involved, asking questions. I mean, I never expected it. I wasn't expecting so much of a question. And just to chip this in, today I work as a senior academic cloud advocate at Microsoft, and I want you to know that before I even joined Microsoft, I was already certified with over 10 Microsoft certifications. It literally boosted my career and made it possible for me to speak boldly of what I know and express my passion around Microsoft technologies, even during my interview and the host of that. This is why what you're doing today, you are investing into your future, and I want you to take this really, really important. And not just that, make sure you share with others. By sharing this video, this link and resources with your friends and colleagues, you are literally helping them to shape their future, to boost their career. They will be grateful that you do so one day. Right. So moving on to the next question here. Of course, Funsho can speak to this. This is already answered, right?
Yes, so I think that there are a number of recurrent questions that we'll just run through again. So, first of all, this program is for Nigerians. Nigerians that are resident in Nigeria, Nigerians that are resident anywhere in the world. Secondly, if you're going for there are two programs involved. There's a basic digital skills training and there's the advanced learning. So depending on where you are in life in terms of your technology journey, you can decide to go for either basic or you go for advanced. To qualify for the advanced, you need to go through a learning process. When you've learned, you'll be given the opportunity to write a mock test. When you've written the mock test, it's important for you to pass the mock test and have at least a pass mark of 60%. When you have the pass mark of 60%, we from our back end are able to know that you have passed, right? So we will put you in a bucket. So currently there are people that are waiting right now, and we will then launch the exam voucher March, July, and November. So if you have not gotten a mail from us yet and you have passed, you will get it. You will get an email telling you when you will write your exam. So do not wait for the entire year before you write your exams, because there are only 10,000 vouchers. And before you know it, by next month, you might have finished. So don't wait, just take advantage of it right now. So I guess those are the recurrent questions I've been seeing, and I think I've been able to cover that, except if I missed something.
No, not really. So thank you for really speaking to that. I have something here, which is how many trials do I have for the mock exam? Some people might have attempted, maybe they failed and they didn't have the pass mark, and they're wondering, oh, will I still get voucher if I try again and pass? Things like that.
Okay, so it's very important that you pay attention to the learning, right? So that was one of the reasons why we incorporated the learning component to this program, because we will have just simply told people to go and get vouchers and the likes. We are very, very high on ensuring that you are set up for success, right? So you go back. So if you failed the mock exam, you didn't get up to the prescribed score, you go back again and you learn. So a lot of people now, they didn't pass it and they'll try to attempt the mock exam again. Trust me, attempting it again will not change anything. It's the fact that it's testing the knowledge that you currently have, and it's saying that the knowledge that you have does not meet up to the required mark. So you need to go back to the learning stage. Nobody will penalize you for that. Go back and learn again. Read the things that you did not cover before. You have other resource materials that you can get. If you're a visual learner, watch the videos and the likes. You can actually form study groups. Most of our tweets, you can go on that, share with people and say, oh, I'm currently writing this. Oh, just being able to create a community that will be able to support you in this, and able to actually learn. Once you take the mock exam, and surely when you pass, you still have the support after you pass the mock exam. So yeah.
So how much is for each certificate, or do we need to pay for everything?
Okay, so I mentioned this before. It's coming at no cost to you, and the reason why we are saying that is because the Microsoft certification itself is not free. It's for people who have taken the exam. They know it costs. Some exams cost as high as $400 and higher than that. but you're getting it free of charge at no cost to you. So nobody would request money from you, and so that's why you need to go to the right link and register and follow us so that you don't fall into scam and you say, oh, they asked us to pay. Do not pay to anyone. No one will actually go request 1 naira from you for you to actually get certified in this program. Okay, for sure.
So again, if you need more information about these things, we're going to drop the link for you. The link is even already showing on the screen for you to sign up. And if you're not able to copy the link because we are running live, don't worry, at some point we will paste it. But even then, you can just go to Tech for Dev, TECH4, figure 4, Dev, DEV, on Instagram. The links are in our bio, so you can always sign up and start. So somebody was saying that when are they going to get the mail? I mean, they've passed the exam now, and they've passed the mock exam now, and they're just waiting. Can you give them a time when they will get it, or they should just wait?
Okay, so like we've mentioned before, is that we have 3 windows. So definitely, by the end of March, you're going to get the emails from us that you. So once you pass, you already know you're in the bucket, right? So everyone who has actually passed is currently in the bucket to actually receive their voucher. So once there's the end of that, the first bucket that we have, we'll send emails to every single person because it's going to be we don't want to show whereby people are agitated. There's going to be a lot of back and forth. So we need to be able to make sure that we batch every single person, and that's why we've created a system that helps us with sanity in the process, right? So once you finish learning, once you pass your exams, just be patient. Wait for everybody to join you. It's almost like it's a race whereby it's mostly like a race where everybody's a winner, right? Once you've been able to cross through the line, you just wait for every other person to be able to enter the bucket just as you have done. You can also encourage your friends to also join you, and that's why we encourage you to tweet about it, to be able to get people to like the post and tag them too. So when they start, you say, okay, join me, enter the bucket just as I've already done so too. Once that is done, by the end of the first bucket, we take everybody who is currently now, who has passed the mock exam and they're currently in that bucket, we take them to the next part of the process, which is the exam preparatory phase. And let me state again, because you pass the mock test does not automatically mean that you get a voucher. You must take part in the exam preparatory classes from the start to the finish for you to be able to. It's almost like you've entered the second stage, but for you to be able to get the voucher, you need to take part in the exam preparatory classes. And because, like Funsho said, the exams are not cheap, they're not beans, they're not cakes, right? They are for you to advance your career. So we want to be able to set you for success. So once you do the classes, good to go, you are ready to get the voucher.
Wow, this is really amazing because it's not just to give you and set you up and do no, go and test yourself. The exam preparatory session is going to be one of the most impactful because it literally prepares you for that exam, teach you, train you, and these things are free. And this is why someone is asking, oh, when is the next information session? Because they really find this maybe exciting and enlightening, and they're asking, when is the next time we're having sessions like this?
Okay, and that's why it's very important, like we said, to follow Aranwaju on the social media platform, follow myself, follow us at Tech for Dev, and because it's information that they say is power, right? So you need to be able to ensure that you don't miss anything. And we look forward. We hope we can come every single day to be able to inform you, because this is one of the things that we do. Even as an organization, we want to be able to impact people across Africa, but especially Nigeria, especially because this program is in Nigeria. We want to make sure everyone has access to digital scaling, and that's what we do. And that's why we wake up every single morning and come to work. So take advantage of it.
Okay, thanks. Quick. Over to you, Funsho.
Yeah, I see that a lot of people are asking questions that would eventually or have been answered maybe before. But again, I would say that we cannot possibly satisfy everyone here today. there would always be sessions. However, for you to keep up to date with us, just follow Tech for Dev on all our socials. Information will always be passed across to you at every stage. So if you're supposed to check your mail to receive a particular message that it's time for exam or it's time for preparatory exam, we would post about it on our socials to tell you that check your mail. So it's important that you're following us back to back. And if you have questions, you can always send us a DM as well to say, oh, I have done this, what's next, and all of that. But like we said, there's a window. So right now, you're not just waiting in vain. We already have those that have passed their exams. We have a list, we have a bucket list. So yes, we would disburse to you the voucher as soon as you have done your preparatory process for the exam. So just don't be worried, because I feel like a lot of people are worried that the application wasn't gotten, or no, that's not the case. We got it. You are in the pool. We'll get to you.
Thank you. And I have two things to say before we just wrap up the session so that people, on demand, you can come back to this video and also listen to all these questions. The first one is this question right here. If I'm participating in two or more certification, will the prep exam class be done at different times? And after that, I'm going to move to this, which is who should I contact if I have question or technical problem?
Okay. So if you're like I said, we encourage you to take one certification program, but if you decided to take two certification program, it's not good. And that's where the problem is. If you take into and we set up the classes to run simultaneously, automatically becomes an issue for you. So we don't. I don't know if that will be a problem yet, because the classes are set, but we need to make sure that we have, based on the class distribution, it helps us to be informed on how we want to be able to do the classes. Remember, we have resource persons who will be dedicating their time to you for that period of time, and based on their availability, we'll now be able to schedule those classes. But in case there's a clash, I would just encourage you to choose one for now. There's always an opportunity to come back and take for the other ones. But like I said, ensure that you at least do one and concentrate your energy in doing one so you can actually have maximum success. So you said, who should I contact if you have a question? So what we'll do is we're going to put, so we have a support email that we actually give to you. But I want to, this is the caveat, because sometimes if people say, I can't find my name, and they'll send it as an email, something that's already on the platform. There's already a support email, and if you just go, and it's a simple process, right? So say, I can't find my name on the platform, I can't say this. We want technical issues that we can actually sort of like escalate. If you're having maybe your scores, I can see a lot of people say, oh, my score is, I can't see my score on those kind of things. It's a platform, right? I don't think nobody will delete your data, because it's a very secure platform, and it's a seamless process. A lot of people at the moment, over 20 to 30,000 persons have actually gone through and are currently learning on the platform. So we know that the learning experience is very smooth. So we would provide you with an email. Once you send a DM and feel like it's something that we need to escalate, you provide it with an email that you can actually send your inquiries to. And trust me, they will respond to you within at least 24 hours.
All right, thank you. As we wrap things up, are there any maybe particular thoughts you'd like to share, feel sure about this program, or any one or two questions you'd like to ask as we close this? You are muted.
Yes, so I would just say that let's just all take advantage of the opportunity as soon as it is available. There's every tendency that we'll just want to wait it out and say, oh, there's a window and all of that. Like we already said, there's limited slots, there's limited exam vouchers. So as soon as we reach our target, obviously we will be done with meeting the target and all of that. And you want to be part of the 10,000 people that will get the exam voucher. That's for the advanced. If you feel like you're just getting into tech and you don't know anything about tech, a good way to start is with our basic digital skills training, and that's just going to help you. If you need information every time, be on Tech for Dev's social media, and we will always share information. If you go through any problem while logging in, send us a mail. We'll attend to you.
Okay, thank you. And Funsho, any last word of encouragement as we close this?
Thank you everyone for joining. We appreciate you taking out time to join us. I just wish everyone all the best as they kickstart their tech journey, or maybe they are interested in boosting their tech career. I wish you all the best.
Awesome. Abraham, anything from you?
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. I think there was a point for me to introduce myself because I'm sure a lot of people here will say, okay, who is this person that asking questions? So we had a glitch at the beginning where I was able to introduce myself. I had to just quickly go into my name is Abraham Akwan and I'm the Senior Programs Manager at Tech for Dev. So one of the things that I want to share with every single person is technology has changed my life, and it's a proof that technology is going to change anybody's life. If you ask me while I was in university, because we see a lot of people who are taking advantage of these things are currently in university. And if you had asked me maybe 10, 15 years ago while I was still in university, would I be doing what I'm doing today? I would have told you absolutely no. I had no interest. But look at where I am today using digital technology. So I said that to say that bet on yourself, right? To be able to say, I really want to do this and I'm willing to commit the time, the energy, and the resources. And you're actually getting it on a platform that no one's asking you to pay for these things. It's actually supposed to be paid for, but you're getting an opportunity and courtesy Microsoft and the Federal Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, who are with the mandate to actually ensure that the Nigerians are digitally skilled and enabled to be able to take up the jobs of the future. And the future, surprisingly, or let me shock you, is actually now. The future is not tomorrow; it's actually now. And one of the biggest things I like to say is that technology is, unlike what people will say, technology is not taking away jobs. What technology is doing is that technology is creating new jobs, and those new jobs are jobs that young people need to take advantage of, and we hope that with doing this you can be able to launch your career and once you see me on the streets, maybe we're flying together, I say hi Abraham. I was able to, based on the prompting, and it's to fill me with happiness, and the same with phone show. And you don't know where we meet ourselves. I said just by that certification I got into a top Fortune 500 company, and here am I today. And it's a story we all love to hear. Nigeria, we like good stories. So we also want to hear your story. But please enable us to be part of your journey. And we'd love to hear about your story. So thank you so much. And it was great to be here.
All right, amazing. Thank you very much to my co-host Funsho. We had some technical glitches at the beginning, but I really appreciate the team stepping in. I also want to do a spotlight on Usman Gafar, who is working with us at the back end, answering some questions, calling attention to questions, and we really appreciate you and the entire team at Microsoft working to put this together. Most importantly, I appreciate you all for joining and the Tech for Dev team for managing this program and making sure they have everything smoothly planned and answer all questions today. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also like this video to reach more people and come back and watch again. More importantly, look at the link we've dropped and put right here on the screen. Follow those and do's because they post, they tweet, they share details about this program, and you can literally call at them, on those platforms when you have your questions. We will not be able to answer our questions today, but let it continue by watching this video. Most of the questions here has been answered. That is why we are not pulling them up again. Watch this video if you are just joining, or message them and check all those links that we've shared with you after this program. Right, and on this note, we're going to say bye-bye from here, with love. And Abraham told me, say, can we wave?
Bye
Bye.
guys. Bye everyone.